That personal trainer, Jamie Cheap Fitness. Here we go. I'm going to talk about posture today. First, what you need to know about posture is, of course, your spinal column. The top tier of your spinal column is your cervical, the middle tier is your thoracic, and the lower tier is your lumbar. So CTL, cervical, thoracic, lumbar. You really need to know that. Also your hips and your knees. We're going to talk all about perfect alignment here. Pretend like there's a line running through your head, through your ear. This is perfect posture now. So it goes right through your ear. Your ear should line up right with your shoulder, all the way through your hips, so your hips aren't tilting forward or backward. And then through your knees without any hyperextension of the knee, so you're not locking your joints ever. The knee should have a little bend to them. It shouldn't be tilted in, tilted out. Straight knee all the way through the ankle, so the line just runs straight through your body. Everything lines up perfect. Okay, that's perfect, ideal posture there. Your cervical, your spine should start like this. Go down, have a little tilt in the thoracic, and then kind of tilt back in through the lumbar. So cervical, thoracic kind of goes out, and then back in through the lumbar. If you have bad posture, let's say kyphosis is one of them. Kyphosis, is basically your head posture is protrude forward or anteriorly. So kyphosis would be something where, let's say, this is the side view of you, your head's kind of really forward. This means that your chest is really tight. So your pec major, your pec minor, maybe your anterior delts a little bit, kind of in that area is really tight. What you need to do there is really stretch out your back. So your mid-back and your posterior neck muscles, meaning the back of your neck muscles. So mid-back, upper back, like your rhomboids, your traps. So like your seated rows, drive your shoulders back first, then your elbows in. Really build up that upper back to try to bring everything back into line, so you're not forward, you're kind of back. Okay. So that's kyphosis. Kyphosis also basically, like I said, the neck is the deal there. Lordosis is another thing, or like anterior pelvic tilt, meaning your hips or your pelvic, your iliac crest, your hips, tilt forward. Their hips are tilting forward. What you need to do here is what's tight is your lower back is really tight and your hip flexors are really tight. So what you need to stretch here is, of course, your abs, your 4 layers of abs, rectus abdominis, regular crunches, straight ahead crunches. Your obliques run like a teepee and a V, anything with a twist, the same side or opposite side. And then work on your glutes, like your AB adductors with your hips, that machine, or use bands, any kind of thing to work the hips there. Hamstrings also are really tight. This includes IT band, the side of your leg, hamstrings, like your hamstring curls, things like that. Get those stretched out. Always warm up before you stretch though. Check out my flexibility or flexing and stretching video. Check that out for the information on that. Another bad posture is a flat back posture, or aka posterior pelvic tilt. So now your hips are posterior and your back doesn't have any really curvature to it. Basically what's tight in here are your glute max, your big glute, your ass muscle. Your abs are tight in this one and your hamstrings are tight. So it's basically the opposite of the one I just talked about. You want to stretch your low back and stretch your hip flexors. Hopefully some of this stuff kind of helps you out, guys. I had a client recently. I have a success story up over Becky. She had a snowmobile accident where she had broken a hip. So her leg, when she walked, kind of walked outward. One of her legs, I think it was her right leg. So we really worked on the inner part of her thighs or her quads, her vastus medialis, right on the inside of the quad there. So we really worked on getting that posture back straight, and now she really, she can run straight. She can do everything normally now. It's like it didn't even happen. If you watch that video, you can listen to her explain it, not me. She's a good client. She did really good. So check that video out. It's up on my YouTube channel. The way to work, let's say you did have a broken hip or you were really weak. A lot of people are really weak on the inside of their thighs. Really work on keeping your feet together in squats or staying close together, working those adductors. So in and out with your legs, working those hips. So, alright guys, I'm done talking. I don't even want to talk about posture no more. Alright, I'm out of here. See ya.